G Show land, and welcome to another episode of the G Show podcast. I am G1, and this, if you can see right there, is our 28 years later, the Bone Temple spoiler review. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard me on Friday. I was gushing, but tonight, I get to go all in with it. And I ain't going in alone either, baby. No, because my bro from Idaho, we the only two that fucking love 28 years later. JR is here with us. What's up, my brother?
Listen, I wasn't bullshitting you when I said, no, we're going to go fucking see this. And man, the anticipation walking into that theater was fucking villainous.
Oh, boy. It's going to be all night. It's going to be all night.
Oh, yes.
He's on brand today. He's on brand. But, yeah, as you can see, spoiler review. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen the movie and you don't care about spoilers, please hang out. Ask us questions. Do what you got to do. If you haven't seen the movie and want to see the movie and don't want to be spoiled, come back to this after you see the movie. I'm pretty sure you'll get a kick out of it. But, dude, I think we should start off first with just a brief recap of the series so far.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, why don't you start that out? Like 28 days later to 28 weeks later to damn near 20 some odd years later being 28 years later. And now the Bone Temple.
28 days later pretty much starts out with the rage virus outbreak happening in the lab and then skips to Cillian Murphy's character waking up in a hospital. Classic, like inspiration, you know, like The Walking Dead's taken inspiration and it's taken inspiration from like The Last Man on Earth. And he's just wandering around trying to find people. It's setting up this world. It's stylishly edited. It's more like a student film. And then he comes across some infected, meets a couple of characters. One of those characters dies. Fast forward, meets two other characters. They go out. So 4 characters in total go out in this car trying to just survive, trying to get to the radio. What is it? The radio station or the military base?
Military base.
Military base. That's right. And then they get there and all hell breaks loose. The military is essentially crumbled. They're just a group of like militiamen at this point in the apocalypse. You know, they escape. They see an airplane. Cillian Murphy and the 2 gals see the airplane up in the sky. The world's still continuing. They put up that big help banner with the jets flying around. Goes into 28 weeks later, which is a movie. It's an all right movie. The plot, well, I will say, we'll get to it. The Bone Temple reintroduces some plot elements from 28 weeks later.
It is what you call taking an old franchise, reinvigorating it, and doing it right.
Yeah, especially with 28 weeks later. There's carrier infected who don't have the rage part of the virus, but they're still kind of off, but they carry the virus in their bloodstream. Fast forward to 28 years later, which was my number 1 favorite movie of 2025. Number 1 on my list. I genuinely fucking loved it. It reintroduces all of this world while going balls deep 28 years later. London, Scotland, pretty much the Isles have regressed into medieval. And it's setting up characters, and it's stylish, edited, very frantic, but also a character study. A coming of age story for the main character, Spike, who seems to be the main focus with an asterisk, I will add, because of this movie, and we'll get into it. But follows him, you know, with his father and his mother, 2 different relationships going on there, with one of the most intense goddamn fucking zombie scenes I have ever seen in my life. That first half of 28 years later Prime is what I'm calling it. 28 years later Prime.
I like that.
Dude, I still, to this fucking day, owning it physically, I still get sweaty. And I'm like, God damn, I know they're going to survive, but the music, the way everything works, like that movie to me, like it's a 5 out of 5, the highest 5 out of 5 I can give it. So it ends with Spike meeting a group called the Jimmies.
The Jimmies!
And that is where 28 years later, the Bone Temple picks up. Literally right after 28 years Prime.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to push back a tad bit on that 28 weeks later. I thoroughly love that movie, like a lot.
I'm not saying it's terrible.
Oh, I got you. It doesn't have that original flair, that feeling that 28 Days Later had. That movie is such a fucking just a wonderful exposition in filmmaking. I love that movie. But 28 Weeks was definitely more commercial. You know?
Yeah, more commercial, more Hollywood. And I liked the soldier aspect of that movie. I fucking love the snipers, the sniper banter and shit. Like that shit was awesome.
And that's one of the things I loved about it too, because I've always wanted to see some kind of a military presence in a zombie movie. And here we are. And when all hell does break loose towards the end, it's just like they lose it.
Yeah. They're just like, all right, scorch earth.
Yeah, I love that. But yeah, you jump to 28 years later, Prime. Yeah, that first again, we said this last year in June. A Tale of Two Chapters is what that is. And it's crazy because this movie, The Bone Temple, feels like chapter 3 legit.
Yes.
You know? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. How are they pulling this off? And you can say A Tale of Two Chapters in the same regard because you got Dr. Ian with Samson and you got, what was this? The young kid with Jimmy, with the Jimmies.
Spike,
right. Spike, duh. But I think 28 years later, Prime does it better, breaking the two chapters up because it's Spike and Dad and then Spike and Mom.
Yeah.
Two completely different stories. This one, you feel like there's going to be a culmination. You know for a fucking fact somebody's got to get it at the end of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
So that, that's where I'm like, I don't feel like it's two different chapters, but it's definitely chapter 3 in this incredible fucking story. That Danny Boyle right now and everybody behind the scenes are absolutely killing it with this franchise.
Oh, yeah. I think right now, I will say everyone in the making of these two films should definitely feel some pride in reinventing the zombie mold and turning it into something different. There's familiarity. I can never say this fucking word. I swear to God.
Me neither.
It's terrible. With like other zombie genres and of its own universe, but it does it different. And it does something, especially with this movie, man. It does something that I always sit here and say no one had the balls to do except George A. Romero. The gritty, visceral gore.
Oh, listen. All right. Right off the bat, the first scene of the movie in the playland, the abandoned playland, in the pool, the empty pool, having a knife fight between Spike and one of the Jimmies. They're teasing this kid. This kid has no fucking way of winning. And it's literally a fight to the death. Jimmy Prime, his name wasn't Jimmy. What the fuck was his name in this movie?
I don't remember. I just
look it up.
Remember Jimmy?
It was all Jimmy's, right? 28 years. The Bone Temple. Boom. Just go right to the cast.
Watch it say Jimmy.
Jimmy Crystal.
Jimmy Crystal.
Jimmy Crystal. First off, look, the cast. I mean,
dude.
Good God almighty. This guy.
Oh, my God.
Jack O'Connell is becoming my favorite villain, okay?
You know what's funny? I didn't even fucking recognize him because I was like, man, he looks fucking familiar. until we were watching the movie, I was like, wait, that's the fucking Irish vampire from Sinners. I was like, what? And my whole mind blew up in the middle of the theater. I look over to Nana, I was like, that's the Irish vampire from Sinners. And she's like, looks nothing fucking like him. I'm like, right?
Yeah. My wife, she said, Miss G1 said the same shit. She goes, that's Remy from Sinners. I go, no, it's, oh my God.
Yeah.
It is.
Just because the accent's so different, the behavior, the look, it's drastically different than what we've seen him in.
Yeah. And even though both times he was putting together a cult, just one, even though it was evil, you kind of fucking got behind, right? You're like, oh, you know what? Yeah. I understand his plight. This one is
shit.
This one is. All right, so look, we're talking about the gore, the visceral gore, right off the fucking bat. Fight to the death between young Spike and a fucking Jimmy. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in this picture, it might be the Jimmy all the way to the left or right. The right.
It's all the way to the right. Yeah, it was him.
That Jimmy, and he was fucking toying with poor little Spike.
Oh, yeah.
I keep calling him Alfie because that's the kid's name, if I'm not mistaken.
Alfie?
Yeah, I think his name is Alfie. Yeah, it is. Toying with him. He's got a knife. He keeps knocking it out of his hand. He goes, no, go ahead. You know what? Pick it up. I don't care. And then he goes to pick it up. He steps on it. He's like, nee. And then he gets the knife, and he plunges it right into his thigh. And he's like, oh, you got me. And when he pulls it out, he did. He got the artery. Let me tell you something. That was a fucking phenomenal death scene. Like,
oh, yeah.
Bleed out. Like, maybe you've seen a bleed out on screen that was really good. This probably was my favorite bleed out on screen.
It was one of the only times, and this is going to be weird to say because it is throughout this movie and it goes down to the acting. It's like when he pulls it out and he's bleeding out, the way everyone's kind of mocking him, the way he's like, I'm fucking dying and there's nothing I can do. Like, we don't know who this gang of Jimmys is at this point, other than it's a fight to the death. And of course, we're rooting for Spike because it's Spike.
All we knew was it was the Power Rangers at the end of the first one.
Exactly. Fucking seriously. But he's just bleeding out, and it's just too realistic. Is it weird to say that? Like,
no, that's how I felt.
It was like, fuck. And the fucking whole movie has that shit. But it was just like, good God. Like, the actor was on point there because he's just bleeding out. No sympathy for him. No one gives a fuck that's around him except one person. Which we'll get into later.
And that's the guy right next to the girl right next to him.
Yeah, the next to the red tracksuit. Yeah. Phenomenal acting from all parties involved, but yeah, one of the most visceral, grotesque bleed out scenes to the point where I was like, shit, this is, and it's like setting up the tone for this movie. It's like, you got the tone from the last movie for the first half, and then it switches gears. So tonally, it was, you could say, inconsistent, but all around consistent in what it was trying to do. This, it's like, this is what we're fucking doing. This is where we're going. I'm like, shit. Like, shit.
It's kind of crazy. It's like, get ready for it because it's coming. We got to come. Oh, hey!
Hey, Nana comes in. Who watched it with me? Said they rustled the Jimmys.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
God damn it. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about it with you. It was just like, holy shit.
You nailed with the acting. I swear to God, you can see the life drain out of him.
You can, dude. The color literally goes from his fucking body. It's not just his face. You see it in his hands and shit. I'm like, dude, that's rough. Shit.
And it's not a Hollywood film, but it's a Hollywood film, right? But
yeah,
we don't really see things like that. They especially in horror, it's like there's attention to detail, and then they just killed this guy on screen for us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that felt real, and it did set up, like you said, set up what was to come. Although I will say this, it wasn't a lot of zombies.
No,
It was more horror from the Jimmies than anything.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I know that was a disappointment for my buddy who watched it with us, Justin. He was like, there was like no zombies in it. I'm like, that's okay though. Well, scratch that. There's plenty of zombie.
Yes.
But not a lot of zombies.
Yeah. There's plenty of zombie.
Yeah. But I didn't mind that because I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to move this story forward. And it's like, look, we had to reintroduce the infected in the last movie. And the last movie had plenty of infected, plenty of zombies. And in this movie, it's like, okay, they're going to take a step back because we're following the people who have lived in this world. The last movie, these people live on a fucking island and like scavenge in this world and go back to it. They live day to day on the ground, surviving off whatever the fuck they can, as brutal and unhuman as they can be.
Which is crazy because that's one of the things. So I thought, no lying, I thought at the end of the first one, when you see the cross and you're like, oh shit, that's the kid from the beginning. When, you know, it subverts expectations. You think Aaron Taylor Johnson was the kid from the beginning of 28 Years Prime, right?
Yeah.
It's not. It's Jimmy Crystal over here. And I thought these were his siblings, his cousins, the kids. I thought maybe some of them got out, but that's not the case.
That's not
the case. And that's something that the movie doesn't explain. Did I get mad at that? No, not at all. Where'd these people come from? You know, because God, you think about it. They all had to be kids.
Yeah.
They're all younger than Jimmy Crystal, right?
Well, and like he says in that barn, because apparently Jimmy Crystal, the actor, and Barnes are a constant in his movie career, especially burning him down.
Oh, shit.
Get to it.
Oh, God.
He does say it's like there has to always be 7 of them, and he's always looking to replace. Like, that's what he says in the barn. So it's like, that's why he was testing that one guy. Is like, if you could kill her, you replace her.
Yeah, pick one. Yeah.
One. And it's like, I like that. And I don't need the explanation for all of these characters, their backstories. I don't give a shit.
I agree.
Because, like, to me, what it's implying is you are essentially selling your soul to the devil to live. But what are you honestly living for? You're in a fucking post-apocalyptic wasteland. You're selling your soul to this fucking guy who, should we spoil this now?
But he's the son of the devil?
Exactly. And his father is Satan. Literally, his father from the previous movie was Satan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you're selling your soul to the son of Satan, which is not. He's a bullshit artist. Hold on. It's funny as fuck. Like, it's ridiculous to say out loud, but it does make some sense.
Mr. Nick or Sir Nick?
Yeah, it's Sir Nick.
Sir Nick.
Which I thought he was saying. I kept thinking he was saying Mick. I was like, Mick. I'm like, that's such a fucking Irish thing, Mick. But it was Nick.
Sir Nick, the devil. The way Jimmy Crystal, the words that spewed out of this man's mouth.
Holy shit.
It's the way he delivers lines, and you know what? You would fall for something like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost hypnotic. You know, he is a perfect cult leader, and he has the. All right, two things. One with the zombies.
Yeah.
Where were all the evolving zombies? Where was the bloater? Where was all that shit? Not in it. I didn't mind that as much. Because again, I knew what this movie was focusing on. So I was like, all right. And 2, I'm sorry, but still, where the fuck did they learn how to morph? Where did they get the It's Morphin' Time becoming Power Rangers shit? Because in all honesty, bro, like, what did they learn? Zombie food? Like, none of it made. That is probably the one thing that really pisses me off. the way the ending of that first movie hits, they literally set them up as Power Rangers, as superheroes.
Yeah.
And then in this one, they're just fucking vicious fighters, like they are. But like the zombies, so you could get, the zombies are dumb. They're fast, but at the same time, dumb. I will say this: one of the things I did like is when we were introduced to, let's say, the first victims of the Jimmies.
Woo!
Out in the field. This is literally the only time there was like zombies versus humans. In the movie. What I liked was what was his name? Jonah was killing the zombies and the blood sprayed in his face and then he became infected. Again, a trope that I fucking love. And that's one of the things about 28 Days, the 28 franchise that I love. From the first one, when the blood went in our guy's, the big guy's eye, and he got infected and raged out, to fucking Rumpelstiltskin kissing his wife after they found her back in her house, not knowing she was infected, but without the rage. But he wasn't immune. I love that. I love that trope with this, and I'm glad that they brought it back for this one, even though the guy died right away. But that was cool.
That was cool. And then
we've got
what was it?
That's what it was. We've got well.
It was so we're gonna go balls into this.
You want to do Dr. Ian?
No. I want to do. I'm thinking we do the Jimmy story. Talk about the Jimmies and their stuff up till Ian.
Gotcha.
Then we switch to Ian because this movie has two stories going on at the same time.
And as we say that,
Nana says one zombie alpha was plenty. Oh, yeah, his 28 inches. Whew, we'll get to that. There was a lot of inches in this movie.
I'm telling you, bro, it doesn't make sense.
So, the Jimmies are in the, would you call it a settlement house property that from the people that were just out. They lost one of their members. They come back, and all the Jimmies are in there, and shit hits the fan. They all get tied up in the barn on the property. They're stripped.
Not all of them.
Yeah, except the pregnant lady. There's a pregnant lady. She's hiding.
She runs. She hides.
Yeah.
Jimmy is pissed.
Oh yeah, he's fucking mad, and he's doing what they call. What did he call it? It's not retribution.
He called it a charity.
Charity. So we learn that they brutally torture and murder people for his father to make Sir Nick happy, which I'm starting to think that Jimmy Crystal was just a paranoid schizophrenic. Because he keeps talking like there's this voice in his fucking head.
Wait, real quick. Yes, the voice. Let's go right back to the very beginning.
Yeah.
When Jimmy died after the blood gushed out. Because he says, what we do is we send souls to my father.
Yeah.
When the dude died out, when Jimmy died out, and he grabbed the soul and sent it up in the air, like I love that scene.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. Like he saw it. Like he actually saw something. He grabbed it and then threw it up to the sky. I thought that was a fucking phenomenal shot.
Oh yeah.
I love that. And again, gets in the mind of what this crazy person is. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, because it's a good scene and it does set up what he's supposed to be in this group. And yeah, so the people are tied up. They're stripped naked, and then the chest skin.
Yeah, the charity
is they have to have the skin on their upper torso removed with knives. I'm not going to sit here. I'm going to be real. I was watching some non-spoiler reviews, and a lot of people were like, "Yo, this shit's just torture porn." Listen, it was bad. It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. I have seen worse released by fucking Hollywood.
Yes.
Like
Agreed.
Hostel and Saw. This shit, as gruesome as it wasn't torture porn.
They never showed you. They never showed you them actually flaying the entire body.
No, they did not. There was some taste, dare I say, to it, where it's like, that's not what this movie's about. We're not here to show you the fucking torture porn. We're here to prove a point that this is what they do and this is how far they go.
Dude, and shout out then in that regard to the production team and the director, Nia DaCosta, for doing that.
Yo, Nia DaCosta, I don't like anything she's done until now, and I'm so fucking glad I wasn't disappointed, because that was my biggest concern with this movie. I was like, oh, I don't like her as a director. She made this movie her fucking own. She did not hold back. She didn't hold back the punches. She was like, fuck it, let's do it. And props, because holy shit, it takes a special kind of fucked up person to have some of the shit in this movie. And it also goes down to Alex Garland's writing as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm starting to wonder if she just had bad writers in the past. Because
I mean, you think about it, like the biggest movie I know her from was The Marvels.
She did that Candyman movie as well.
Okay, I didn't watch that.
It was bad.
Yeah, I heard it was bad. The one I saw was The Marvels, and in all honesty, the only thing I hated, I didn't like the movie. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. I love the character. I do like the characters. Again, I love the character of Photon. I do, from the comics. I don't know what it is. I do. And I thought the character, the person playing her in first the show, which was WandaVision, and then in the movie, I thought she was fine. Little Kamala, Mrs. Marvel. She was good. That series was really good. Very underrated. I was like, and it's fast. It's like, oh shit, it's over. And it's a good time. She was good. And even Brie Larson. Brie Larson was not bad. The problem with that movie, and thank God this didn't happen here, was scenes went on forever. You can see the actors looking kind of at the camera like, hey, cut, maybe. The only thing that got cut in this movie was those flayed bodies, man. The skin.
Well, and like, to add to it, one of them hasn't been flayed yet. He gets to fight for his life against the Jimmy in blue on the far left.
You know,
and
the daddy of the
and she's got him dead to rights. And what was interesting is it was like pseudo-sexual, the way she was like kind of grinding on him too. The way she was talking.
So that Jimmy is the one all the way on the far left.
Yeah.
She was Jimmy Dinky Doo. She was.
Yeah, she was the one doing the Tinky or not Poe dance.
Yeah,
from Teletubbies.
She was Jemima.
Jemima, yeah, that's right. Jemima.
She was Jemima, and she was a psycho. She
through and through.
She was Harley Quinn.
Yeah, they should James Gunn.
Seriously, right there. She was so in the movie they flayed the first guy, right? And the reason why they did this, they were there for hospitality. They were eating, and the people in the barn in the sanctuary home, very fucking nervous, very fucking petrified. The pregnant girl, which I don't even remember her fucking name, if they even said, they had to have said it. Like, let's say her name was Sarah, because why not Sarah Connor? She was the only one that survived this whole massacre thing, but it kickstarted Jimmy Crystal's real, like, all right, we're gonna fucking kill all of y'all now, because they tried to throw hot water on them. They were making them soup and shit. There was water boiling on the stove. The Jimmys were eating. Conversation started to get out of hand. So now we're in the barn, and they flay the first guy, which was, I guess, the male alpha of the house.
Yeah,
right?
the one who threw the fucking water.
The one that threw the water. You can see them cutting him up, like flaying him.
Yeah.
Then he wipes off to the side. When they start to flay her, time elapsed because the old man, Grandpa, was flayed already, and they didn't.
Yeah, and all the Jimmys were tired. Shit.
Yeah. They were beat.
They were throwing up.
The only one throwing up though was Spike.
I swear to God, one of them throws up later too. That wasn't Spike, or was that in that scene? See, I gotta watch it again.
It might have been. It might have been what happens to Jemima or
Yeah.
Dixie Doodle Teletubby. But Sarah Connor, who escaped and is pregnant with John Connor, apparently, when she escaped, she apparently escaped to the barn that they're in, unbeknownst to the Jimmies. So she's up top of the barn watching the torture. And it's torture, it's torment. And they're, when we come back, they show them basically finishing off with the wife, which I thought was gruesome too, because you can actually see, the breast and the raw meat. And the fucking thing that was driving me nuts was they were still alive.
Oh yeah, you could hear them whimpering.
Yeah, I think the only one that died might have been Grandpa, because he might have fucking just had a heart attack. He couldn't take it.
Shit, I would have been like, thank you, Jesus. Goddamn, what took so long?
Yeah, right. So now they go to the young man who's absolutely John Connor's father. Let's call him Kyle Reese. Okay.
Yeah.
And
that's where she's like trying to grind on him and shit.
Jimmy Crystal gives him a chance. He goes, I'll tell you what, you're strong. You're a strong dude. Pick a number, any number. Okay. And if you kill them, you become my hand. Because what he said, I need strong fingers to form a fist.
Yes.
That's his line. I love that line. I was like, wow, that's actually fucking good. And at this time, little Spike is outside with Red Jimmy over here. Red Jimmy. She becomes basically like the older sister he never had. She's looking out for the kid. But he's outside throwing up because he can't see this. He's brand new to this shit. He doesn't even want to be here. So he picks Jemima, and Jemima is toying with him like you would not fucking believe. And Sarah Connor is up there watching her baby daddy get murked in real time, and then she sees something off in the distance. Go ahead, JR.
So Jemima has him dead to rights. It's done. She's grinding on him. She's gonna kill him, probably fuck him. But then something like, you hear something and her head jolts forward a bit and she starts talking fucking nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Literal nonsense. And this, to me, out of everything in this movie, this was actually probably the most gruesome scene where I was like, okay.
I think there's
she threw down a hook on a chain and the hook hit Jemima on the back of the head in her brain. She is hooked by the brain in the skull, just spouting nonsense. She gets fucking knocked off of the fucking dude, and she's just on the ground, still alive, bleeding out of her fucking face, and it's just like, oh my fucking God.
It was so good. That was
so good. It was the first time since Cannibal Ferox where I was like, okay. It's like, son of a bitch. Like, there's just certain things with body horror like that will fuck with me. And a hook inside of your skull?
The way that sound was, too. Shout out to the sound design on that.
Yeah, that's a whole other element. But yeah, it was great in its execution 100%. And that's not the only brain thing in this movie either.
Yeah, that was the part I was going to get to. I'm like, that was probably way more disgusting.
Oh, that one straight up. I was like, yeah, it figures they're zombies after all.
I mean, like, there was fucking skull bits and everything.
Yeah. But yeah, and then dude fucking lights a propane torch,
Yeah, Kyle Reese.
Which fucking
oh shit.
Yeah, which Jimmy was it?
Green.
Was it the one that looks like Gryffindor?
You know what? No, it was white and black tracksuit Jimmy.
That's right, who got fucking just lit up in flames.
Yep, he got torched.
Yeah.
That was gruesome too, because the bubbling on the back and
dude, and they're just screaming. Like, even the fucking people who had their skin flayed off, they're getting lit on fire. Everyone's fucking screaming, and it's just like, holy shit! It's again, these movies with the realism, and it's like, I believe it. I believe they're burning. No one was fucking sleepwalking with their performances. It was very, very like, okay, did they really light this dude on fire? Because holy shit.
Yeah, they were killing these people in real life. Like Jimmy, the first Jimmy got killed. First off, hold up, we got to go back to that too, because that, I can't lie, I laughed my ass off when you find out after they killed Jimmy, after Spike kills Jimmy in the beginning, he goes,
yeah,
oh, what's your name? Spike? No. What should we call him? What should we call him? And they're going around and they, Jimmy. Oh, that had me screaming, bro. That had me screaming.
No, it was fucking good. It was fucking funny.
Yeah, the way that was executed was great. But
yeah,
they were killing Jimmy's legit. Like, yeah, Jimmy really got stabbed in an artery and died, bled out.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy over here, Jemima, you know what, though? She might have definitely had a hook in the back of her head.
Yeah. Dude, that was like, it's been a long time since I've seen a brain from Hollywood, like, on screen like that. You know? It's been a minute.
It was good, man. And you know what I really love, too? I love that Jimmy Crystal kind of went nuts about it. It, to me, felt like that was his girl.
Yeah.
Like that was the one he was putting it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Red, the Red Ranger, let's call it Red Ranger. Red Ranger was like, she didn't believe him most of the time.
No. And that also, so we'll talk about her real quick. So during the torture scene, Jimmy Crystal tells Red Ranger to go pick berries or whatever the fuck. He's like, fuck off. She comes across our boy. Dr. Ian comes across him from the first movie. And she's looking through binoculars, not how you're supposed to look through binoculars. And attention to detail is key. Yep. Of course, none of these fuckers would know how binoculars worked. It was amazing. Still drove me crazy. I'm like, that's not how you look through binoculars, you fucking assholes. But
they grew up without a real world, bro.
I know. It just drove me insane. But good attention to detail. But she comes back with that knowledge and she's hanging out with Spike outside of the barn when all this shit's going down. And yeah, like the barn catches fire.
It's funny. They're also saying like, oh, there's a lot of screaming going on. Oh yeah, they're just having fun. This is what happens. And then
it's all like fucking casual. And then it's like,
wait a minute, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
There's a fire and oh shit.
So yeah, 2 Jimmys die. Everyone else except the pregnant lady dies. Jimmy Crystal tells Spike to go hunt down the pregnant lady, Sarah Connor.
Yep.
Chases after her. She's trying to escape. He pulls his bow and arrow. And this shit cracked everyone in the theater up where he's like, please, let me go with you. Let me go with you. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. And she walks up to him and kicks him in the balls.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yo, I said out loud, I'm like, good for her. I would have done the same shit. I'd be like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Like,
no,
bye.
Yes, I guess so. Because she just watched everybody she knew and loved get murked.
Yeah. And dude, of course. She and brutally,
but
sadistically tortured.
At the same time, there's something in his kid's eyes. He takes the mask, like he's pleading in the eye. Like, yeah, it was funny. I can't. I think about
it's like she kicks him in the fucking balls and runs off, and it's like, yeah, I wouldn't have. Like, there's a part of me that was like, maybe this is where the story's gonna go, and he escapes and goes to Dr. Ian. And when she kicked him in the balls, I'm like, oh, thank God. Like it didn't go the direction I was thinking it would go at that point. It didn't do the previous movie again in that way, where it's like he's with a older woman wandering around trying to find their way kind of deal. It just didn't do that. We already did that. We're going to have a funny joke.
And it sets up everything that's about to happen.
Yeah.
Sets up the crux. because he goes back and Jimmy Crystal is like, well, where is she? Oh, I killed her. Oh, you killed her. Well, where's the body? Oh, it was dark. And he was giving all these excuses. And you see Jimmy Crystal is just letting him he's letting him hang himself.
Yeah. With a smile on his face, dude. Yeah.
And, and the kid is like petrified. Spike is petrified. And this kid's performance in 28 Years Later Prime was fucking fantastic and phenomenal. And I think it was even better in this one, even though for the most part of the movie, he was in a mask. But
yeah,
the fucking sheer horror and terror that came across this young actor, it was perfect. Because honestly, if I was that age and this was happening to me, I probably would have killed myself.
Yeah, like fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the island. I'm sorry I ran away, Dad.
Yeah, Dad, please take me back. I'll raise the kid of my own.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk shit to you and you smacked me in the face. I should have shut the fuck up and eat my ham.
I actually want that other lady to be my mom.
Yeah, fuck it, dude.
Here we go. It's only Monday. But no, this is where it set everything up because he's like, okay. And basically he was like, I'm going to ask Sir Nick, what should we do with you? Basically, you're dead right now. He was killing Spike right then and there.
Oh, yeah.
Because in his head, he already knows Sir Nick is going to say kill him. But the Red Ranger goes, why don't we ask him himself? And if the fucking look on Jimmy Crystal's face when she said that, like, the fuck is this bitch talking about? Like,
yeah.
Like, who the fuck are you to tell me how to deal with my father? That's fake and imaginary that I'm thinking about just to keep you all in check.
Yeah.
That was fucking perfect. And at the same time, at this point in time, I swear to God, I still don't even know what's going on, how it's going on. It wasn't until she described what she saw, I go, oh, she thought she saw the devil.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And then it clicked. And then the rest of the movie was just fucking pitch perfect. When he goes, okay, yeah, let's go do that. That's a great fucking day. Because when he was like, what did he look like? And she just described everything. And then there was these bones, like a bone temple, if you will. And he was all in red. And that's the iodine shit. It just tracked. She described exactly what she saw. She didn't make nothing up. She saw the devil. And the devil's supposed to be your father? I saw your father. Let's go ask him. I thought that was genius.
Oh, yeah. It was fucking brilliant. And it's a nice way to merge these two stories, which we're about to get into Dr. Ian and Samson's story in a second. It was a nice way to merge these stories together. And then Jimmy Crystal agrees. They go over to just on the outskirts where Red Ranger was spying on him before. And I love what he says. I love how Jimmy Crystal bullshits his way out into this, right? And the fact that he's saying, oh, this bone temple, yeah, he's got them all over the place. This one's new. And one of the other Jimmys is like, it looks like old. And he was like, no, it was just built. Like old in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Just bullshit in his way. And it just goes to show you how much of a genuine fucking con artist he is. He is a cult of personality.
Big time.
And yeah, I think that's where we'll leave off with this part. Is them on the outskirts looking through the binoculars wrong and him saying, hey, that's my father. That's Sir Nick right there. I'm going to go and talk to him.
He's got 3 Jimmys left that absolutely believes everything he's saying. He's got one Jimmy, the Red Ranger, who is doubting him and like, this dude, we could get him. And then he's got Spiky Jimmy Spike, who is just deathly afraid of everything. And when he sees who it is, he's like, oh my God. He knows exactly. That's Dr. Ian. Like, oh my God. It's because of me. This guy's going to be in trouble. But that's not where we first meet Dr. Ian.
No.
Dr. Ian, let's go. All right. Bye, Jimmy's. Let's just do this because I love this poster. I think this poster
Fucking
encapsulates.
gorgeous.
It's so gorgeous. This is actually, bro, I would not mind getting this poster like for Christmas or my birthday. Hell, even Father's Day. I will put this one up in my office at work. This was a phenomenal poster. Oh, I just hurt my knee. It's all right. We find Dr. Ian in the beginning going to the train and removing Samson's zombie wife who died after childbirth, apparently. And
well, no, she was shot in the head in the previous movie.
She what? Okay.
The soldier guy shot her.
He did. I don't remember. Was there a hole in the skull when he cleaned her out?
We never saw her skull.
Okay. Oh,
that was the interesting thing. We never saw her skull. We saw the pelvis.
We saw the pelvis, which I think that's what he was interested in.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the beginning. And then who comes trudging along? My God.
Yeah. Was it before or after he kills some random person and eats his brains?
Man.
Because that's a thing Samson does in this movie.
Oh my God. Yeah, they come. Yeah, no, you know what? I think it was before.
And that's where I'm like, I'm trying to remember. Again, I have to rewatch this. The last time I watched it was Saturday, but I remember Samson kills this dude that looks like he's from Spike's fucking village.
I thought it was, at first, I really thought it was Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I did too, but I was like, nah, they're not killing him off. Like, he's 100% got to be in the next movie. And we'll get to that with speculations.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Samson rips this dude's fucking...
He does the same.
No, this is what fucked with me. Before he rips the dude's head off, we see from Samson's perspective what he's seeing.
I love this. Love this.
And it was a fucking horrifying fucking face on that survivor's face. That's what Samson's seeing, and it's a setup to what's coming.
A fucking... not a zombie. Let me rephrase that. He's seeing like a phantom.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I love that. Because I'm like, oh, do they all see that? When they rage? Is that what it is? It was a great setup that, hopefully we'll get to speculations. But yeah, then Samson does what Samson does. Yeah, you do forward, down, forward, high punch, and he rips the motherfucker's head off. That's his fatality maneuver, bro. Yo, Samson in the next Mortal Kombat game confirmed, bitch.
Dude, they should have got this fucking actor for fucking Street Fighter. Holy shit.
No, that Street Fighter cast is perfect.
I know, that is true. Maybe Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah,
he get this fucking guy.
Just like I said, he's in the next Mortal Kombat game as a DLC character. It's gonna be awesome, and he throws Dr. Ian at you as one of his specials.
That would be badass.
He throws morphine at you. Okay, look, let's get to this because boom, Nana was here.
Nana says, directing a film like this, I'm sure was challenging indeed, but she succeeded. Absolutely.
And then
I don't know. That human brain Samson was eating looked pretty good.
Oh, Nana's Nessie!
God damn it.
And oh my God.
Yeah, the bone fragments, the chunks of hair.
I'll never look at nougat again. I'll eat nougat again. Yeah, it was disgusting. But you know what? This was like the first time we actually saw the zombies eating. In any of these movies. Yeah, they bite you and shit, but we've never actually seen them eat. And Samson was going to town on his motherfucking brain, on his skull, everything. It was just disgusting, man. Oh, I wanted to throw up.
Yeah.
Then he goes to the outskirts of... No, you know what? I think you're right. I think Samson did that at the same time Dr. Ian was, cremating or, cleaning his wife, his thing, his...
Yeah, because after that he goes running towards Ian. Well,
what I love though is that he stops at the edge of the forest and he stares at him for a bit, and then Ian, like, he knows it's there. I wonder if there's a smell. Like, they say when Bigfoot's around, you smell. Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
Smell him. Samson damn near is Bigfoot, right?
Yes.
And then he just runs at him. Doom, doom. And there's that sound effect again. The sound from 28 Years Prime, that running, that thought that this motherfucker is the alpha to end all alphas. That sound still scares me. Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah.
And then the morphine dart.
Well, right before the morphine dart. I see I did it too. God damn it. Samson did stop when he fucking pulled it up.
Yeah.
And then he put it down and Samson ran at him. And then he was like, nah, fuck this. Like, I ain't risking it today. But that kind of is what spiraled Dr. Ian into like being philosophical.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, and after that, he dopes him up. He goes out and pulls out the arrows and shit from the last movie and like cleans his wounds, patches him up. I'm like,
no, he got those arrows. I'm pretty sure the guy that he ate his brain shot him with the arrows.
it might have been that because I thought they were from the last movie.
No, he got shot with the arrows.
But yeah, he got his, like, Dr. Ian patched up his wounds and shit. Of course, Samson's doped up to high heavens. Ugh, sorry. Ugh, fucking beer. I'm trying to burp, but the fucking beer is being stupid. Patches him up, and yeah, Dr. Ian starts getting philosophical and dancing while being philosophical, might I add. He's a great dancer.
He is a great dancer. He starts dancing downstairs in his underground shack where we got to see Voldemort's wand. Wow, that was a nice Easter egg.
Yeah. His 28 inches.
You know what I'm saying? That was
never thought I would see Ralph Fiennes 28 inches, but I did.
Not a prosthetic, but you know, these British people love showing penises.
They really do. I don't know. Some British people, you're fucking weird.
Harvey
Keitel, make good movies.
Harvey Keitel showed his penis in Bad Lieutenant when he was dancing also.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, he's dancing around down there. He's doing his research. We kind of get like a day-to-day from Ralph Fiennes too. And I appreciated that because I was kind of wondering, like, we see it in 28 Years Prime, him doing his business. But I was always curious. I'm like, what's a day-to-day for Ralph Fiennes? And it turns out he's a pretty lonely fucking sad dude.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, like dude's fucking sitting there naked, fucking about to start crying, and with music playing. I'm like, this is sad. You just want to give him a hug with some pants on, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a good acting. It's good acting from a well-established actor. Just continuing this character in this way, like you get a lot more of his character fleshed out here, and it does start with this. And you can kind of see like when he darts him, when Samson first stops and he puts that dart gun down a little bit, you can kind of see like in a weird way, Ralph Fiennes has this like relationship with Samson. Well, like this is a regular occurrence.
I mean, it was shown in the first movie. There was one thing I will say, I was kind of thrown off. Samson was always coming after him, even in the first movie, right?
Yeah.
But even in the first movie, he actually got him. He broke into the hut, but he did stab him with the morphine. But look, let's just do this because good God almighty, look at this face.
Holy fuck. He looks like Mad Hagrid. This is Hagrid versus Voldemort we never wanted.
Oh my God. This is a frightening thing. And the fact that this guy is a giant. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The running, this is him running. Nia DaCosta got that very fucking fierce kinetic feeling when he's running, the way they do the cameras where they attach it to the body, and you know, like I love those shots. This shit had it in spades. There were scenes in this movie, her vortex shots of night turning to day and the clouds going by. Loved that shit.
Yeah.
And Samson apparently loves drugs.
Yeah, Samson likes it. He likes to party, bro.
He's a party guy. Ain't no beer to drink no more. Now he wants to hang out. And this is where I found the movie take a turn for the very interesting.
Yes.
In this docile state, now Dr. Ian is dancing with him. He's talking to him. He's getting to know him. Friend. He's not afraid. I don't think he was ever afraid, to be honest.
Yeah.
The iodine thing is like his trick, but this is more like I'm bridging this gap between humanity and the infected. And I'm doing it with an alpha of all things. Now, let me ask you a question. Could that be something to play into it because it is an alpha? What if like a random infected doesn't react the same way or respond the same way? These are questions.
Listen,
I hope comes to fruition later on in life.
All I'm going to say is the movie it's there. If you followed, like I feel like I did, it's all set up. It all logically to me makes sense. And it's a way that could possibly, we'll get to it.
There's like a hive mind.
Yes.
Especially in that one shot. We're going to get to that point. That's what I wrote.
Fuck,
that's what I wrote to you before you saw the movie.
Yeah, that shit. We'll get to that scene, but I was like, that's some creepy fucking shit.
I loved it. But before that scene, Dr. Ian is asking Samson, who is not, he's listening, but he's not listening because he's a fucking zombie. He's infected.
Yeah, he's doped up on fucking morphine.
Really doped up. Wondering, could you understand me? Is there something in there still? Like, could we communicate?
He's asking this shit too.
Yeah.
While sitting next to Samson, who's doped up on morphine, while partaking himself.
That shit where he takes the little bit and he rubs it in his gums.
Yeah. And the fact, and then he like passes out after asking these philosophical questions. He gets up. Samson's not there. But that's the thing. Samson didn't fucking kill him.
And it was the next morning.
Yeah.
Samson was not doped up anymore.
Samson never fucking killed him. And it just sets up these things.
And I think that's what set Dr. Ian off. Like, hold up. He didn't kill me. He said, but I'm still here. And he grabbed his head. He grabbed his head and neck. He said, I'm still here.
Yeah, that was fucking great. And then he starts dancing and shit. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, it's an interesting thing because like with this movie especially, you have some of the darkest shit you'll see in a fucking movie, period. And then you have this continuing, like I was saying with the last movie, you have a other storyline that asks these philosophical questions that does try to expand things about the infected and the virus itself.
Right.
It's not just some dumb fucking zombie movie that's endlessly gonna keep going on like this, like The Walking Dead. No, it's leading to something. And that's what I appreciated. And that was that turning moment for me where it's like, I like where this is going with his story. It's not what I was fucking expecting. I genuinely just thought fucking, Samson would like be like a tamed wild beast animal and go after the Jimmies and kill them. Something like that. I wasn't expecting this.
You know what? I could see that. Yeah, I totally see what you're doing there.
Because it's just a preconceived notion because of what we've been conditioned to expect from something like this. I didn't think it would get philosophical. I know the last one did, but again, different director, same writer, but no, it got philosophical. And yeah, Ralph Fiennes, he's goofier in this. Not in a bad way, but like as a relatable way.
Well, you said it already. You said it. The best thing you said, the best way we could put it is he was lonely and now he found a friend.
Yeah, he made friends with this infected that he has to dopes up with morphine.
And the
So
thing is, it's the alpha. It's not just any infected. It is
Yeah.
the motherfucking one that all the rage virus infected. They follow him. Could you imagine if you had control of somebody that could do that?
yeah, it'd be like me being friends with fucking Jason Momoa. Like, yeah, it'd be fucking crazy, dude. I'd just be like, hey, Jason Momoa, can you go beat that guy up for me?
And he'd be
On
like,
it.
he'd be like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go. Yee! Aquaman. But okay.
Oh, sorry.
Ian is now with Samson, and he's telling Samson that the euphoric state that you're in and you're feeling is a wonderful thing, and he wants it to last forever. But unfortunately, all he has is about 2 weeks worth of this, and then he doesn't know what's going to happen to you. But he has a way to give you eternal bliss, and he pulls out the needle. And it's a night, it's a beautiful, gorgeous night. And again, I think they did it on purpose. I'm not going to do the Trump thing. I think they did it on purpose. My favorite shot in the first movie was that bridge at night, the way the sky looked, that midnight purple and the stars just lit up, gorgeous. And they were doing it here again. And I'm like, fuck, that's so gorgeous. And he's telling him, I really... basically, I loved my time with you here. Like this was like the greatest time of my life in the last 28 years, basically. But yeah. I don't want you to suffer anymore. I want to give you peace.
And see, I started to tear up. Nana started to tear up because it's like, I haven't cared about a zombie since Bubba in Day of the Dead.
Bubba's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good one, actually.
It's hearkening back to something like that where it humanizes in a way this...
And it's Bub.
Yeah. Oh, Bub. Yeah. But it humanizes this horrific monster that we've watched brutally fucking murder people multiple times.
Multiple times. I mean, those damn soldiers. Goodbye.
Yeah. But it's just, I care about it. And I care about him.
And the scene makes you care even more because he's pleading with Samson.
Yeah.
I want to give you this peace, but at the same time, I don't. Give me a sign. Let me know. Because he's putting these things together now, being a doctor. He's a scientist. He's putting all these things together. He's like, wait a minute. What if we could subdue the virus? Because look, he left me alive. He's not dancing with him, but he's not trying to rip his head off while, Dr. Ian is dancing with him. No. And he puts the needle in his arm. And Samson, the entire time, this was like 3 minutes of him just staring at the moon. And he says it. He says, moon. Oh my God. Throw everything. Popcorn gone.
Yeah.
Soda gone. Well, not my soda, because I got the Boone Temple cup. And I love it. I was like, oh shit. And you see it coming, right? You do see it coming. But the way that setup was fucking perfection. It was beautifully done. Beautifully executed. And just Ralph Fiennes' reaction to that, pulling out the needle. I loved it.
And
he found out it works.
And it's the things that he was saying that it was like talking about how it could. No, that was after. Hold on. I don't want to jump too far ahead.
Yeah, with the pills.
I'll wait. But yeah, no, it invoked, again, for me, a lot of emotion. I cared. I was invested in both of their story. Alex Garland with the writing really knew how to make me feel feelings for a horrible monster that brutally murders people and eat their brains. Mm-hmm. I cared about him, and it's like, it asks a question, that, we never really think about. It's like, is there any humanity left in zombies or the infected? Are they just completely gone? Can we honestly humanize them again? It asks all these questions, and it just makes you think.
Not even
And it
nice.
in a zombie fucking movie, nonetheless. Again, it's a zombie movie, just like the last one. It gets philosophical and it makes you think. It's like shit. I never thought of that. Fuck, I see a walking corpse. My instinct is to shoot it in the head. That's what everyone in The Walking Dead does. But in this shit, it's like people start to ask questions sometimes. And it's like, oh shit, hold on. We ain't doing the same old thing.
That's true, but you got to be a certain person at a certain place at a certain time with certain remedies at their disposal.
Exactly.
See,
let's dare I say a caring individual.
Yeah, because let's be for real here. If the rage virus was to break out in Idaho right now,
I'd be shooting motherfuckers.
It's with everybody.
It's done.
To the head.
I'm throwing Molotov cocktails out my window.
And that's the thing with this is like, and I loved it. As soon as he said moon and he pulled the needle out, he grabbed his hand. He grabbed Samson's hand. And it was a beautiful scene. But now the fucking wheels are spinning. Now it's like, wait a minute. It is just a virus. We can cure this. And that is where, for me, like it really took off this aspect of the story. Because I'm like, oh shit. Remember in the first one, it was like, well, they starved to death. Remember that?
Yeah.
That shit. They starved to there was nobody to eat. They starved to death. I thought that was genius because still they're human.
Yeah.
They're not dead. They're not the Walking Dead, even though some of them get shot and kept going? Yeah, I think so.
Some of them. I mean, to be fair, there was an infected in this who had a fucking mangled foot and he was still walking around.
A mangled foot, though? All right, that's different, though.
Well, I mean, like, did you see it? It was like snapped off, like half hanging on. Like, there was bone and shit.
It was nasty. Yes, it was.
Yeah, and he was still walking. I mean, maybe yes, but at the same time, you cut your foot off, you're bleeding out. Like, so there is some kind of a mystery with the rage virus.
Maybe there's a coagulant with the virus.
Yeah, and remember, it's evolved. It's established in the previous movie. The rage virus did evolve. At some point, it could have evolved several times. We don't know.
Well, you're absolutely right. So I'm dumb because we do get involved. We get the alpha. We get Samson. He is involved.
Yeah, the bloaters are evolved.
The bloaters are evolved. The alphas are evolved. They become the tanks.
Yeah. So
now Dr. Ian starts to work theories.
Like a good doctor does.
Oh, and don't forget, I got to go back. To the Jimmies. Hang on. Because not only did the Red Rangers see Dr. Ian in all red, she saw him dancing with the infected, which means that right there, oh yeah, that's the devil.
Yeah.
We forgot about that, but now it makes sense. We left that part out. Now it makes sense to come back to it.
Yeah, because she's seen this stuff. She's like, holy shit, he's dancing with his disciples.
Yep.
And it fucking, again, from her perspective, Red Ranger's perspective, it makes sense. And when she's telling fucking Jimmy Dean over here, Jimmy Crystal, sorry. Thinking of fucking sausage. God damn it. Simpson, why? It's 28 inches of Jimmy Dean sausage. Anyways. Jimmy Crystal sees Ralph Fiennes or Dr. Ian. See, I always say the actor's name. It's like, it does make sense. Even to him, it makes sense. Because in some level, even Jimmy's like, yo, that is kind of my dad. Which goes into the next scene.
All right, so there's a lot with Samson, real quick, outside of Dr. Ian. He's walking along the road, a train track, and all of a sudden, he's remembering things, and it's freaking him out. I love that.
Yeah, he eats a berry too, doesn't he?
He even puts on clothes.
Yeah,
he puts a wrap on to cover his 28-inch schlong, which is more like 28 feet, That thing it's a fucking tripod over here, bro. But
Yeah, dude. He's
One.
dragging it when he runs.
It is true. Using that shit as a lasso. Yeah, let's stop.
Listen, Big Al said so.
Oh God, Big Al. Oh, that was Big Al. My God. No, but I love that. But before that happens, it wasn't because of the morphine. It was because Dr. Ian said, it's a virus. We can fight this. We can cure it. I wonder if it's infecting the brain. It's a psychedelic thing. He's got these psychedelic drugs or whatever the fuck he brought out and shit. And he was like, Samson, I need you to swallow these. He's talking to this thing. And it's not nodding. It's not like Frankenstein's creature, right? With a basic understanding. It's there, but it's behind a fucking thick cloud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a mist, not a thick. It's behind smog.
It's a psychosis.
It's a psychosis. And he starts treating that. And that I love. Because now you go, Samsung's on his own. And he's starting to see these things is just popping it out. What the fuck is this? I love that. Do you know as that progresses, this face that looks absolutely horrifying starts to become kind of more human?
It does. It really does. Like color comes back, the eyes change. It's subtle shit. He's putting on clothes.
Yep.
Subtle shit throughout this movie like that with Samson, where it's like, no shit.
Yep. But then
fuck
the Jimmys. Then Jimmy Crystal. He goes and he sees, let's just remove that. And let's do this there because we got to leave it like that. We'll leave it like this as we talk for the rest of the up until we get to the certain points.
Oh, we have to. Jimmy
Crystal tells the Jimmys, no. Let me go talk to my father before we all go because he's crazy. Trust me. You don't want to get murdered. And, let me go talk to him and make sure he lets y'all speak to him. And you know what I loved? I loved that Jimmy Crystal actually really thought this was the devil.
Yeah, like you could tell he was like, holy shit.
He was shaking in his boots.
Dude, he was fucking terrified. There's a part of me that sits there and been like, if Dr. Ian would have just said, yeah, I'm the devil, shit might have went different.
It might have went different. And the conversation they had, the fact that Jimmy Crystal, after he found out, it's really not the devil, it's just some dude. But the way the dude was talking to him, nobody talked to him like that because it's always just been Jimmy. And he opens up and he tells Dr. Ian, this is a crucial part of the movie and he tells him, he goes, I saw my father lead the dead. And he thought that's why his father was the devil. His father was never the devil. His father was a fucking priest who went fucking crazy. That's what that was. He knew there was no way anybody was good. This was the end of the world. If you see that as a priest, as a man of faith, and you're like, where are you, God? And nothing's changing, you give up. That's what happened to his father in the first movie. He uses that and says, my father was actually the devil. And real quick, we got to go to the fucking scars on the Jimmys, the upside down crosses on their forehead, right between the brows.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there was some fucking visual things in this movie that was like, wow. All right. But he's talking to Dr. Ian, and he opens up to him. And I think that, again, this movie had a bunch of parts where I was like, that's my favorite part. That's my favorite part. Like, it really did. But, and again, like you said, the writing.
Yes.
This character development. Jimmy Crystal had no intention of killing this dude when he was talking to him.
No.
At the end, he said, hey, we can make a deal here if you don't have to die. But he even tells him, too, he was like, I came in here. I would have killed you, but I don't want to. He says something along those lines. I seen this on Thursday, so I don't remember too much. But there's also that conversation that Dr. Ian and Jimmy Crystal have, and it's about religion. It is about, right.
And it's a good conversation about religion because Jimmy Crystal, like he's saying, all I know is religion and fucking Teletubbies. And
Pretty
he
much.
asked Dr. Ian, he's like, what was it like before all of that? And he's like, it's been so long. Like, I can't give you the answers to that. But he's like, you think they're demons? And he's like, they're not. It's a virus. There's no heaven, there's no hell. There's just us.
Yeah.
And it kind of like shot chills up my spine the way he delivered that because it is so matter of fact. Because he's like, look, I don't know you, but it's like, and he kept questioning him because Jimmy Crystal, that's where he was like, I hear this voice in my head. And Dr. Ian's like, you hear a voice in your head. And Jimmy Crystal's like, yeah, I hear it. I think it's my pop. And it's kind of like, again, implying that possibly schizophrenia was the thing with Jimmy Crystal because Dr. Ian's kind of questioning him. And it's an interesting conversation because it is a lot of questioning, getting as much information as you can from this character. And it's the most human you will ever see Jimmy Crystal in these movies.
Absolutely.
It was human to the point where you could tell, like, there was a point where he's holding back tears a little bit. You see it in the eyes.
He became the little kid we saw in the beginning of 28 Years Prime.
Yeah.
He became that Jimmy Crystal.
Innocent.
Yep. And I loved it.
And then says if Dr. Ian doesn't help, that he'll force feed him his own intestines. So it's so it's just an instant reminder. It's like, this is still a bad dude.
He's a bad guy.
So, yeah. So it was a fantastic conversation in the movie between these two characters. A great conversation about religion and science and, fucking self-identity.
Yeah, kind of where they both stand in the world right now. The world they know.
Yeah.
It was
it was fantastic. So basically, Jimmy Crystal told Dr. Ian that his mates thinks he's Satan. So when he comes back,
not only that he's Satan, but you're also my father.
So when we come back, make it so. he pulled a fucking Picard. Make it so.
And then it cuts to Jimmy Crystal going back to the Jimmys, and they're like, let's go to the Jimmys. Let's do the Jimmy because you got to. And they're like, so well, what? He goes, oh, and he's laying down. It's nighttime, and he goes, yeah, we're going tomorrow. But there's a couple of things. You do not get to ask him anything direct. You talk to me, I talk to my father. He talks to me, I relay it to you. Basically, he was like, y'all don't get to say anything. I do the talking. This is how we're going to do it. Right?
Yeah.
I am the conduit to my father. He don't want to talk to y'all. And this whole time, Spike is still there, and he's quivering because he knows exactly who Ian is. Dr. Ian saved his mother, which is why that's such a great oh god, that's such a good that's why that movie's so good.
So good.
Because in the first one, you think he's a bad guy, and he's not. And he's a good guy. And in this one, it just reinforces on how good he is of a fucking man to help an absolute psychopath try to take over the world. Or not the world, but at least this side of fucking town, right? And he really was doing all that. We'll get to it when we get to it. But Spike knows, like, oh my God, like, we can't do this to this guy. He helped me, he helped my mother. Like he respects him. Not saying he loves, but I guess you could say he kind of loves him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, definitely cares for him. How could you not? You spent, 2 or 3 days with him? He took you in?
And he took care of you.
He took care of you, and, he helped you start a healing process. He did what no one else would do and helped you and helped your mother.
JR, you know who he was?
Who?
Scary German guy. The Monster Squad.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was. Would you like another slice of what was it? It was like fucking pie or something.
It was pie.
Would you like another piece of pie?
It was so good. But
So good.
so that's what's happening, and Spike now is quaking in his boots. He's got to warn Dr. Ian. He's got to. So what does he do? When everybody's asleep, he gets up, he creeps off on his own. And all of a sudden, Red and Black Ranger Jimmy, okay, right next to Red Ranger Jimmy right there, hunts him down, gets up, he chases him, because this guy's had it out. This Jimmy's had it out for this kid. And he's like, you killed my best mate. You're a very, he's like, just, you're not here. You're not supposed to be here. You're a fucking, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And he's going to kill Spike. He's got the knife. He's going to plunge it into this poor kid's chest. But then Red Ranger Jimmy comes through. Scoot, scoot, scoot. And kills other Jimmy. Black and Red Jimmy.
Yeah.
Kills him. And then they go back to Jimmy Crystal. And I forgot what she says to him.
She said that Red and Black Jimmy was quaking in his boots, kind of. He didn't think he was ready to meet him, and he bailed.
And he bailed. Right.
It's a good excuse.
It is.
All things considered, because it does feed into the bullshit.
Yes.
And that's where I think, like, Jimmy Crystal at first was like, nah, you're fucking lying. But then it's like, yeah, you've never really fucking lied to me before. So, but
and remember, when she kills him, she tells Spike, yo, Jimmy Crystal's he's a bullshit artist.
Yeah, he's full of fucking shit. You ever have the feeling that he's full of shit?
Good Lord, that was so good.
It was like, I love how she said it like that. And it's like, yeah, I've kind of fucking known since the end of the last movie this guy's full of shit. You know, you don't have that many gold teeth and that crooked smile in a tracksuit and be the most trustworthy person in the world. But that's okay.
Don't forget the rings. But hey, come on.
My God. Yeah, the rings and the fucking long blonde hair. Everything about this guy screams like 1980s UK pimp.
I love the fact that he made them all wear blonde wigs.
It's fucking great.
It really, like,
it's an extension of himself.
But again, think about it like this too. What he said in the barn. I need a strong finger to make a powerful fist.
Yeah.
That is such a fucking hooking line, bro. I'd be like, okay, I'm in. It's just like, oh, you oh shit, I bet. That's it. You try, all right, let's fucking go. It's such a hooking line, man. It's so good. I'll wear the wig, whatever. Spike didn't want to do that though. He was scared. He was just doing it because he didn't want to get killed. All right, now, during all of this, because we ain't even get to it yet, but during all of this, Samson is having visions. He's seeing trains go by while walking on the tracks. Leaves are brushing his fucking head. He's spazzing. He's seeing a different type of sky. And he ends up back at the train from the first movie, where his zombie maiden gave birth to his undead child, by the way. Okay? 28 weeks later, I'm just saying. And he's in there, and all of a sudden, and we start getting these visions and these flashes and the train going by. He sits down in a seat, and the entire time, his infected, his swarm, are kind of following him, surrounding him, watching him, waiting for him to take charge and lead. And at this point in time now, Samson's eyes are, the red is going away. There's more brown than red. The pigment is coming back to his face, like you mentioned. And he's sitting there and he starts to remember images from his past. And we get a whole fucking scene of him on a train as a child. And he's seeing it. There's the mother, there's the father, and there's ticket, please, ticket, please, ticket, please, right?
Yeah.
This is one of those things. This is one of those questions I have because I'm like, oh my God, but why did he see her like that? Right?
Ooh.
All right.
It's
yeah.
Not even just that. And this is, to me, one of the scariest parts of this movie.
Oh, in the background.
It was the repeat of it. And everything fucking froze. Dude,
and there was in that scene too, when she's going, tickets, please. Somebody got up.
Yeah.
Behind her and was doing the Train to Busan.
Yeah.
They were infected.
And that's what's crazy. Like when that happens, because you don't see him get infected.
No.
Don't see it. But that's the scariest part because that's his last memory.
Which is crazy because
the brain freezes, nothing's moving around, and then when the fucking virus takes hold.
But that's the crazy part too, because then as the child Samson is seeing this, it becomes a grown man Samson. Like legit in a regular guy on a regular day on the train. And does he see it as a child? Does he see the phantom image? Or was he when he was?
No, it was when he was. I interpreted it as it was him as a child that saw this.
That saw the face.
And that's when the rage virus took him. His subconscious stopped when the world froze.
And the entire time, and this one right here this is where I just fell out the fuck. I melted into the seat and I gooed out and I went down the steps as goo. And then I reconstructed myself and ran back up the steps to sit in my seat.
Again,
he goes, as the woman going, tickets, please, tickets. He goes, I don't have a ticket. Samson says that.
Yeah.
As Samson, as the zombie with the entire horde around him. That's his pack. He's the alpha of this pack. And he says, I don't have a ticket. And as soon as he says that, he becomes human again and they pounce. And my God, this scene was fucking brutality.
And that right there is where 28 weeks later come into play.
Yep.
You can be infected like Samson and not have the rage aspect of the virus. He's not cured because that motherfucker was lifting motherfuckers and breaking them in half still. He was ripping arms off. You could tell he still had the infection, but he didn't have the rage aspect, which it's one step closer to a cure and proves that the rage aspect is psychosis.
And that's the crazy part too, because there was still a lot in that scene that said, oh shit, they're going to reinfect. They're reinfecting him. He was ripping them apart. Because eventually he does go down.
Oh yeah.
Eventually the numbers game just gets to him. But before he is finish him. And he's fucking doing it. And I'm like, oh my God, throwing people through the window, ripping fucking arms off, ripping jaws apart. Like he's fighting for his life. But again, I always go back, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be the line of the year. As of right now, I don't have a ticket.
It was just so good because once he said that, shit hit the fan because it's like his world continued from his last memory.
And that's where
28 years later.
28 years, damn it, bro. That was actually on point. That's poignant. And he comes out of the fucking train and you could tell he done it. He beat out all of them. But his eyes were red again and he was covered in blood and he lets out that fucking guttural alpha infected scream. And then it cuts back to the Jimmys! And this part right here. Well, it doesn't actually cut back to the Jimmys. It actually cuts back to Dr. Malcolm, because now Dr. Malcolm is setting everything up. He's got to be Satan, dude. He's got to be Satan. So he's setting everything up. See this image right here? See, this is perfect marketing. You see this image on a poster, you see this image on anything, and you go, no, man, they're going to fucking turn him. They're going to turn him. He's infected. We had no idea what was coming. We had no idea what was coming. Did you know that this is what he was going to be in context of the movie? I had no idea, but I will say it's my favorite goddamn scene of the entire fucking movie. Oh, it is. It is. Dude, it's like, oh my God. So, Dr. Ian is now prepping for Jimmy Crystal's communion with the devil. And again, one of the things that was awesome, we saw the record collection underground earlier, so that was established. He was playing music for Samson. That was established. We didn't establish that because you know what, but it doesn't matter. All the stuff was established. He has an extensive record collection. He has 28 years of gathering things because the population is dead, except for kids that turned into Power Rangers apparently and went into a death cult. He had everything at his disposal, and he had the Bone Temple. This is where I believe this movie just exceeds the Bone Temple. He is tasked to play Satan by a fucking psychopath. He does not want to die because he's making progress with Samson. He does not want to die at all. I don't even think he wants Samson to come save him. He just wants to get this over with, and he's going to fucking put a show on. And again, finally, he has an audience. He's going to have an audience. So he gets all of this shit together. He pulls out Iron Maiden, the number of the beast. He lights candles. He basically turns the Bone Temple into Satan's paradise. Yes. And when they all come down, oh, don't forget, he was breaking up pills too. Oh, yes, he was. He was breaking up the pills. So now when the Jimmys come to him, okay, and there's only a couple left. We got Jimmy Crystal in the middle. We got Jimmy Power Ranger Red. We got Jimmy Power Ranger Green and Jimmy Power Ranger Orange and Blue right there, right behind Jimmy Crystal. And, of course, young Spike. Everybody else is dead. And they come. They come. And the music starts playing, but it's not the music first. It's the actual audio track. And, I can't lie. Like, at the beginning, I was like, this reminds me of, like, The Evil Dead. Like, when the doctor's reciting the Quatu Verada. Yeah. Yeah. Just, oh, shit. And just because, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I'm just I never listened to Iron Maiden. I don't know that song, but it works on every fucking level. Not on on every fucking level it works. And then boom, the music hits, and then boom, he comes out, and he's this, and he's fucking dancing, and he goes to the altar. There's an altar behind this, and he grabs the bowl that he crushed the pills up. It was cocaine. It was crack. It was a hallucinogen. And he blows it into the rest of the Jimmy's faces, including Jimmy fucking Crystal, including Spike. He doesn't know Spike was there. Spike had the mask on. He blows it into, they all had the mask on. He blows it into all their faces. And then he dances. Yes. He does the dance of the devil. So good. Iron Maiden is playing the number of the beast. And the Jimmys get into it and they dance and they're going crazy. And honestly, you sit there, I'm sitting there and I'm watching the scene and I'm like, this is just like Sinners. Yes. This is exactly how I felt when I saw Sinners and the Barn Burner. This is how I felt. My God, I'm watching a masterpiece right now.
And it's just like all the Jimmys are into it. Jimmy Crystal especially. Like at first he's taken back when he gets shit blown in his face, but then he's jamming out. They're jamming out. And it's the weirdest thing. Again, it's like for a brief moment with all of this shit going on, because we know if he does it, he's being forced to do it. But at the same time, it's like, well, there's a chance he's going to be able to survive. They're not going to kill him if he just does this.
Right. And
it's just like, it's so badass. The music, I like that song by Iron Maiden. There's only a couple of songs I like by Iron Maiden. 666 Number of the Beast. Perfect fucking song choice. The way like he like throws the flame down and it just burns that fucking circle. Like
we gotta go back to it. God,
it's so fucking good. I swear to God, again, kudos to the director and the cinematographer here because holy shit, it's my favorite scene in this fucking movie and probably my second favorite scene in the entire franchise as a whole.
Okay, it's because I think this is my favorite scene in the entire franchise as a whole. Right?
It's just so fucking good.
Perfect.
It's impactful. It's powerful, and of course, you get Dr. Ian invoking the character of Satan, dude. He's not fucking around here. He's like lurking behind the Bone Temple, slithering his way out. There was that Voldemort. Some of that Voldemort in him came out. The actor Ralph Fiennes. It's there, and I'm all about it. It fucking worked. It was so badass. I thoroughly think, in all honesty, like this. Oh God, I have to have the conversation. Which one's better, this scene or the barn burn in fucking Sinners? Because it's just so good. And then again, Iron Maiden. And it does the whole song. It does the whole song from Iron Maiden, which is great. You get all the characters dancing. And you can tell like they're kind of hallucinating a little bit, whatever he blew in their face, because they're starting to see shit. And Ralph Fiennes is playing up to that. There might be like little time lapses in their perception, because 1 second he's there, another he's not. It's just good, like, storytelling, good shit like that. It's fantastic here. And it's just, it works. And it's almost like a good send-off in a way, too, to the Bone Temple itself. Because, like, I'm pretty sure that shit burnt down, right? Do bones burn? Are they combustible? I have to know. And it goes also against, you know, the Mentum Memoriae, where you remember the dead. And it's like he just sacrificed all of what he did, all of the dead, to just do the satanic fucking ritual. It's so good.
Now, bones
it's so
burn.
good.
You know that bones do burn.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, if they were combustible, because I'm like, is this temple?
No, but they burn at a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
They burn everything. But I don't think this fire was gonna melt the bones. Listen,
it wasn't gonna go.
I didn't want to stop you because you was cooking right now. Is this scene better than the barn burner in Sinners? I am going to go. Look, I love that fucking thing. That's why that was my favorite movie of last year. It really was. And I loved the whole movie. And I loved Remy, aka Jimmy Crystal's song in that movie. It is fucking haunting.
Yeah.
But that movie was about music. That movie was about
that is true.
Blues. That movie did something with that concept. You didn't see this coming.
No.
You didn't see this coming. And
no.
What you were saying with the hallucinogen and how he would disappear and reappear, they're seeing things. We're as the audience know, he's just a human. But we're getting to see it through their eyes. And I love the fact that like even fucking Spike is bugging out and dancing because he's drugged. Because he's fucking high now. He's having a good old he's dancing. He's not worried about, oh my God, that's my friend. No, he's not. He's just going crazy. And then the scene that fucking tore me apart, and this is why I might say they're on equal footing. I gotta put it like that. But this is because, again, you don't see this coming. When he's dressed up and looks like someone in the Iron Maiden.
Yes.
And he's got the fucking things he uses to burn the fucking flesh off the skin.
That's right. Yeah, shaking the fire.
Oh my God.
Toad.
Dude, I was so happy I saw that in XD. I told the wife, I said, I go see this shit again, and this shit need to play in Adobe. I need to see that even pop even more. That shit right there, when he starts throwing the fucking the embers all over the place, and he's just twirling and dude, it's Satan. It's Satan. If I'm a Jimmy, I am watching Satan. And oh my God, in context of the movie, my God is here.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. And yeah, the fucking whole song played. That was another fucking thing that was just perfect.
It's
like
just
rock.
It was just perfect, and it's also fitting because, I mean, given how the 28 years universe, as far as like the quarantine, their entire livelihood ended. And what was that, 2001?
Yeah.
So it's like this Iron Maiden vinyl came out like the fucking 80s. So it's like, it makes sense. Does make sense.
I mean, he was listening to David Bowie.
Yeah.
Well, he had an extensive collection. I love that he was looking at I guess it was his wife. Maybe it was his girlfriend. I love that, lost to the infection. But dude, out of context, I see this scene, I see this shot, this image, and I go, what type of devil worshiping shit is this?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's what it is. And he plays it up. And this is where you get good directing with great actors, and everything just falls in place. You could totally ham this up. And he was.
But yeah.
The hamming it up during this scene was only because these children, and he knows that their children, have never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
We can do it. It's not hamming it up for the sake of hamming it up. There's a reason behind it, and it works. Good God, it works. And then when Jimmy Crystal's like, Father, tell us what to do. Tell us to go and rape and pilgrimage and whatever it's called.
Yes.
Take everything. And he's doing it. And he's saying it. And he's saying it as Satan, as if he was Satan. And they all believe him. And they take their masks off except for Spike. And that, every time Jimmy Crystal would, he would say something, Jimmy Crystal was like, yes, he's on point. He's on the same page. We're on the same page. And then there's Jimmy Crystal like hamming. And he's kind of like, you see him faltering, like, wait, no. But at the same time, where are they going to go?
Yeah.
Who are they going to get? How are they going to get off the island? There's still army guys around. There's still zombies around. The infected is still around. So in one point, it looks like he's going to just let them do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Until he looks into the eyes of the mask. And then what happens, JR?
He says, wait. This one walks over, removes the mask, and he's like, Spike. He says Spike.
Spike, yep.
Oh my God. It was just like, you could see it on his face. He's like, oh shit. Like, fuck. And then, as Jimmy Crystal's talking about having more than 10 fingers and wanting to actually get an army and all of these grand aspirations in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. To give to you, my father.
Ralph Fiennes, man, Dr.
Ian.
Ian, sorry, I was gonna say Kelson. God damn it. He fucking says, "Wait, one more thing."
It is Dr. Kelson.
Yeah. As the Lord gave his one forgotten son, I demand the same. I demand a sacrifice of my own son. And I love how Jimmy's just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Jimmy Chris is like, wait, hold on, what? There was another. Hold on, no, that's not gonna fly. But then all the Jimmys kind of fucking turn on him.
No. Red Ranger Jimmy does. She's like, yeah, let's do the sacrifice. But Green Ranger and Orange and Blue Ranger Jimmy was like, hold up, wait, what? Wait, but why not? Why wouldn't you? They were confused.
Yeah.
Red Ranger wasn't confused. She saw through the bullshit.
Yeah, she was like, let's just fucking end this.
Spike told her he helped me. So she already knew.
Yeah.
So when she wasn't expecting to get fucking gassed either when he blew the shit in her face. But that's where it was like, that's where I was like, oh my God. And again, sound effects really do count. And as a Godzilla fan, I love when Godzilla walks because you hear that thumps or the I love all that. It sounds like the streets breaking. I love all that shit. But subtle sound effects work so fucking much.
Yes.
And when Jimmy Crystal's like, yo, what the fuck? Whoa. He's not really the devil. He's a liar. We made it up. It's fake.
He's fake. Look at him. He's fake.
He's fake. This is bullshit. He's not something Nick. What the fuck?
Oh God, something Nick. Yeah, fuck.
Why do we drink so much?
I don't fucking know. It's terrible. On a Monday, we're the worst.
We are the fucking worst.
Was it Sir Nick?
Sir Nick. He's not Sir Nick. He's not Sir Nick. And I'll prove it to you. And he stabbed him in the stomach. But did you hear the way that went in? Again,
oh yeah.
They killed Ralph Fiennes in this movie. They killed him. I don't mean the character he was playing. They killed Ralph Fiennes.
He's dead.
He died. He's
never coming back.
That night there was you can't see it here in this image, but like right off to the side where those buckles are, there's a small little microphone. So when he actually gets stabbed in the stomach, you hear that actual stab.
Yeah. It's over.
And that shit scared the fuck out of me, man. I heard that stab before. I'm just saying. That shit was like, oh my God. They stabbed him.
Yeah, I love this character, and when I saw him get stabbed, I was fucking pissed.
You had to be, but he had to go for a reason. And
I know.
We'll get there. But there's still a huge part of this movie, especially here, just at this point in the movie, the ending. He gets stabbed. The Jimmys have a civil war. Jimmy Green and Jimmy Orange and Blue, they do die. Spike stabs Jimmy Crystal in the side. Squeak! Hits him. That's important. Then Jimmy Red Ranger knocks him out. Squeak! And says to Dr. Ian Kelson, we can still do one thing for you. And then they crucify Jimmy Crystal, hung upside down on this cross. And everything is an upside down, backwards visage of Jesus. The little cut that Spike hit him when he stabbed him is where the spear of destiny pierced Jesus's ribs. The icon, the icon, what the fuck? Icon of, you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yes.
The visual iconography was amazing.
Yes.
He was the son of the devil. The way Jesus was crucified on the cross, he was crucified upside down. And you hear him screaming before, like, we could do this, and it starts to fade to black, and you can't hear him screaming. They show the bone temple. He screams. Good screams, too, by the way. Really good.
Oh,
screams.
yeah.
Then they show him. He's definitely impaled with the fucking knives. The knives are through his hands and through his feet. It's not no nails, none of that. They ain't got that shit. It's the knives that they all carried. Impaled. And he's still alive. And then Dr. Ian Kelsom, he dies. He fades. He goes.
Yeah.
He goes. And when he does, Jimmy Red Ranger and Spike leave. They walk away together, and she takes off the fucking the wig that she had on. And she asked him his name, and then she said her name was Kim. I swear to God it was Kim.
Yeah.
I swear to God, because I was like, she's a Power Ranger. Kimberly. I swear to God, that's how I thought about it. I was like, oh shit. And then Jimmy Crystal sees the devil. Because here comes Samson. In possibly one of the greatest shots, another one of the greatest shots of this fucking movie. And I thought, in my head, because he did it early in the movie, he ripped the deer's head off and brought the antlers to Dr. Ian. He brought the head to Ian. So he cleaned it and he put the antlers up. I thought he did that again and then just put the fucking antlers on his head. No. Jimmy Crystal saw the devil.
Yeah.
He saw the devil. And Samson, all in red because of the blood after all the bites he just received in the train, got back up and beat the rage virus. He's still infected. He's still strong as fuck. But he beat it. But Jimmy Crystal sees the fucking devil, bro. That.
Horns and all.
Oh my God.
It was gorgeous cinematography. Gorgeous.
And you see, we see it upside down. We see it from his view, his point of view.
And it's funny because Samson goes over and I believe he says to Ian, was it thank you?
Thank you. Yeah, I think it was thank you or I'm sorry. Yeah, he said something. I thought either thank you or I'm sorry. I don't remember, but it was something to the effect of, yeah, it might have been thank you. I think.
And then picks him up and carries him away. And Jimmy Crystal is just seeing the Satan carrying away Ian. And he's just like, Father, please, why have you forsaken me? Father, he's just crying his eyes out.
So good.
So good. And then
jump scare
zombie fucking probably killed him.
Fucking head off.
Yeah.
He rips his fucking off. He rips his head off.
Fade to black. The movie ended. There was nothing else.
It's over, Prime. It's over. Except all of a sudden, movie comes back into frame. And here I think, oh, all right, Sarah Connor. Perfect. I see a little cottage in the hills. I don't even remember. Bro, that's the same fucking one.
I have to ask you.
Yeah.
Was it the cottage, the field, the hills, or was it the fact that the car was there? Because I noticed the car first.
Okay, so I didn't notice any of that. I honestly thought it was the little house that Sarah Connor was in. I thought we were going back to Sarah Connor.
So when the camera was panning up, I looked to the right and I was like, that's the fucking car from the first movie.
So I should have, but I didn't. I'll be honest.
Hey, that's fair. I was pointing at it on the screen to Nana, and she's like, what are you pointing at? Like the car. She's like, what about it? I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I'm in the theater right now.
Yeah. So now this thing happens. And we got to go back. We'll go back to right before we get into it. But we go back because the way this movie started was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect because it bookended. it bookended. We go to this college that I thought was Sarah Connor's, and there's this little girl. And someone's talking to her. She's doing homework. So I'm like, oh, I thought then, at this point in time, they're back on the island.
Yeah.
Because, they did school and all that shit. And I'm like, all right. And I'm not, honestly, I don't even pick up on the voice. It's just some British guy. I'm sorry. Right? But I should have picked up on the fact that the little girl did have a nice curly hair to her, and she was a Milano, and I should have picked up on it right away.
Should have also picked up that it's the same bed in one of the shots in the room, same camera angle and everything from the end of the first one as well.
Yeah, I didn't though, man. I
know, dude. It seems like it kind of went over people's heads.
Which is a fucking again, credit the little flashbacks, attention to detail, because it happened at the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Right before it says 28 years later, you hear hello, Cillian Murphy from the first movie, and then bam, there he is. It's him. He's there. He's in the it's him in the cottage, and that's his daughter. And where's his girlfriend? And where's the little girl? I don't know. They gone. She ain't Sarah Connor, I'll tell you that much. She would have been older than Sarah Connor. And I'm like, oh my God. Because, we heard rumblings he was going to pop up.
Yeah.
Rumblings. And there he was, finally. And honestly, I did like that it was at the end. And I did like that he had nothing to do with the plot. I love that this movie was its own self-contained story. But yet, here we are. And now you're giving me the guy from the first movie, like Rey finding Luke Skywalker at the end of The Force Awakens. Only 3 million times better.
So, I drew a distinct parallel to the first movie, where it was the father and the daughter that helped out Cillian Murphy and the other girl, I can't remember her name. And at the end of this movie, it was the father and daughter helping out two strangers once again. Full circle with that shit. I was like, it's the same shit. I was like, oh my God, that's fucking smart. Because that's one thing Cillian Murphy learned in the first movie, is to be a good person and to murder a bunch of soldiers for good reason. We'll get into that.
Yeah, the way he does, it's just
thing.
All right, so
but it's just a nice little nod to it.
Yeah. The daughter goes, "You hear that? Hear what? Shh, listen. It's the infected. No, shh." Then he hears it. Fuck. All right, you know what to do, right? All right, yeah, we know what to do. Grab the guns, go out there. And then they see fucking Spike and Red Ranger Jimmy running away from fucking the infected. Do we help him? Do we help him? Yes. And then the movie ends. And the fucking 28 days, weeks, years, the music, the franchise music plays.
The theme song, yeah.
Oh, and J.O., I tell you, bro, I swear to God, I was in tears. I was like, oh my God. I wiped my eyes. I was like, this is fucking beautiful. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. So yeah. I guess this is the part where we speculate.
So, do you want to go first with yours, or do you want me to go with mine?
I'll be honest, I don't have much in the way of speculation. I am worried, sick to my stomach, that they make another movie.
Yeah.
Because of the box office. This movie deserves to have the franchise completed. It deserves to have the trilogy completed. It does. It really does. And honestly, I think Cillian Murphy is, I mean, look what happened with Oppenheimer. All right. It was not supposed to survive Barbie. And what did it do? It married Barbie. Literally, there was a symbiosis between the two. that they called it Barbieheimer or some shit, that both movies made $1 billion, that both movies thrived at the same fucking time when it was impossible. Could Cillian Murphy be one of the reasons? Or could you use that for the next one?
Yeah. So I'm looking at the box office right now. I didn't realize it. Wow. So 31.2 mil worldwide.
All right.
What's its budget? Let me check the budget real quick.
Yeah, because I know it made like, I think 15 million.
Yeah, it did bad in the States.
It opened
Damn.
second. It opened second.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Fucking Avatar's still playing. And people are still, for some reason, watching that shit. Avatar Fire and Ash just hit $1.3 billion.
Yep.
Housemaid came out. It's doing good. I think there's a misconception going on with this movie of why it was dumped in January. You know, the preconceived notion for the longest time where bad movies are dumped in January, and that may still hold true as of next weekend when I watch Return to Silent Hill. That looks like shit.
Why go see that? Go see Get Help instead, or Send Help.
Yeah, fuck, seriously. This movie came out 28 weeks after the previous movie.
Shut up!
Yeah. It is within the theme. That's what people don't get. It's not a January dump. It's 100% within the theme of the goddamn movies. And that's something it's just, I had a conversation with someone else over the weekend and I was saying, yeah, I'm going to go see it, this, that, and the other thing. They're like, oh, it's in January. It's a bad movie. I'm like, no, dude, it's dropping 28 weeks after the previous movie. And he's like, oh, that's fucking smart. But no one's going to fucking get that. I'm like, no one's going to get it. 28 is, as much as we love the 28 movies, they aren't the biggest movies here in the States. I mean, first off, they're British, very British movies. They are tailored towards that UK audience, but they are now made somewhat here in the States. I know a lot of it's still filmed in the UK. And that's something people do have to realize. Is this considered a flop as of right now? Yes. It's only made back half its budget in its opening weekend. Fine. We'll see what ends up happening. But the previous one didn't make a shit ton of money either. And Alex Garland already has a script for a third movie ready to go. So is it smart for Sony to just say fuck it and in 28 months release the final 28 years movie? I think give the fans what they're asking for. And the critical reception to this movie, mind you, everyone loves this more than the previous one. Except me. And we'll get into that with my rating. This movie's actually, like, critically fucking received so goddamn positive. But every time a positive, critically acclaimed movie comes out, it almost always flops. That's just how it is. I don't think the casual movie-going audience is seeing a more streamlined 28 movie, especially compared to the previous one where it was definitely an art film.
Right.
This is a more streamlined one, but I don't think that audience, either they don't give a shit or, in my personal opinion, definitely wrong time.
Okay, so that's funny. So I'm watching a couple of YouTuber reviews, right?
Yeah.
People I like. I watch one, somebody I really don't care for at all, but they all said the same thing. Something is happening to January where over the past 2-3 years, there have been at least 2 bangers to come out in January. And this is the first of this year's. And the prediction is that Sam Raimi's Send Help is going to be another one, especially for the horror genre. So
yeah.
Like, we had The Wolfman come out in January, I think last year or 2024. I think it was 2024. I think.
Yeah.
But what I will say in terms of horror and the way the critics are talking about this and the way the critics talked about another movie. So there's critics and then there's influences, right?
Oh, yeah.
The critics love this movie. Last year, I had a problem with one movie because I thought it was good. I really did. I thought it was a good movie. But what pissed me off was the influencers went all in on it because they were getting swag and they were getting all this shit. Weapons. Weapons was a good movie, but it wasn't what everybody was saying. And when you really looked at it, it was all influences. I'll be honest, I haven't been on social media since December 26th. So I don't know what influencers are saying. All I'm seeing are what critics are saying. Because I'm still on YouTube and shit. And like I say, even a YouTuber I don't like, I'm not going to say who they are, but I was like, oh shit, okay, yeah, that's how I felt when I saw this movie. Yes, exactly that. It's very positive, and there, pretty much there's a majority saying the January landscape is changing.
Yeah.
And that might be for the better. Now, could this movie be The Sacrifice? Sure. But with the word of mouth and the way this movie is, because God, these two movies are, again, I go back to what I said in the beginning. This is how you do a reboot.
Yes.
This is how you do a reboot. These two movies within the past 28 weeks, which is fucking crazy, this is how you do a reboot. Without rebooting the movie. It's in the same universe. It's the same story, but this is how you do it. This is how you bring it into today. This is how you give it to us. There are a plethora of horror fans. Like, people love horror. This is a horror movie. Yeah, there's gore in it. Yes, and it's disgusting. But at the end of the day, after the initial gore, because literally it's all in the first act.
Yeah.
Outside of the barn, there's no more gore. There is no more gore.
Nope.
It's all psychological.
Just kind of like the first movie where it seemed like all of that super intense, what we're used to 28 days later shit was in the first part of the movie. And then the second part was something completely different.
Absolutely.
All of the gore, the setting up these nasty fucking characters, all of that shit was in the beginning, the first part of this movie. Then the second half, it wasn't. And that's fine. So, I don't know, man. If I was to speculate,
yeah.
Look, I want there to be a third movie, and I'm gonna pray to God, Sony, because dude, the wheels are in motion. It's not making its budget back, but you could still get the third one out in one way or another. Release it to streaming. I don't give a shit. These movies don't cost a lot to make.
Right.
If I was to speculate on a third, Spike, Red Ranger, I think genuinely it's going to be 28 months later. Literally in the movie, it's going to say 28 months just because they never got to make that movie. It'll be a funny little thing in there. And it'll be Cillian Murphy, his daughter, Spike, Red Ranger, all living in that house. And what's going to happen is Samson's going to turn up. And Spike's going to be like, you're an alpha. Like, be like going after him like I'm going to kill you. And he's be like, no, I've been cured. And then Cillian Murphy's going to have an interest in it. And they'll be like, how were you cured? And he's like, Dr. Ian Kelson. And then Spike's going to know. Red Ranger's going to know. And they have to go back to get his notebook. He was writing all that shit down, right? Maybe Samson's been living in his bunker. It would be a tight fit, but maybe. But maybe that's where it goes. The potential cure. Meanwhile, Spike's his father, where they're all at, that shit's collapsing. And they're having to fan out. And maybe they've got more ruthless, start just killing people. Maybe we didn't have we had a preconceived notion of what their village truly was. We didn't know much about that village other than they were surviving. They could have been just as blood fucking thirsty as the Jimmies. We don't know. Maybe they'll do something with that. Maybe they'll all meet up at the Bone Temple and be like, okay, we've got these notes. We've got the proof. How do we get this out there? Oh, we have to go to London. Maybe we can get a radio tower with a generator in London. Something like that, maybe. It has to, because of the way, to me, it's set up. They brought up a possible cure in this movie. Not a full cure, partial cure, enough to subdue the rage aspect of the virus. It is officially set up. And it's been moving along from even the previous movie. We all know where it was going. At some point, we have to finish this plot thread off. You don't set up a doctor and have him forming a relationship with an alpha and not have this doctor have found a breakthrough in some way. So I think personally, that's where it might go. Is it a smart thing to do? I think so. Because these movies are so fucking bleak, why wouldn't it end with hope? And it would be different. Again, I was talking to the wife about this, Nana, and Justin, when we got out of the theater, I was like, the shows like The Walking Dead never bring up a cure. The shit just goes on for fucking ever. Then you have all these other zombie movies that they don't bring up a cure. Like, for instance, like the Romero films. Though, like Night, Dawn, Day, it was never the focus, this, that, and the other thing. They were trying to figure something out, but there wasn't an established cure. It's something that hasn't been done. And this movie is like, no, we're going to do it. Okay, I want to see how this ends now. How will you do what we don't get much of, if not at all, in the zombie subgenre? And that is a substantial scientific reasoning to a cure. I 100% buy the fact that Dr. Kelson, his antipsychosis meds or antipsychotic meds, whatever the fuck, would have worked on Samson because it makes sense. It does. Now remember, they weren't trying to find a fucking cure. All of the UK just kind of collapsed because it's a fucking virus that, you know, a person gets infected in 5 seconds.
Yeah,
so
that's what happened. They caught him with the pants down. And I gotta digress. There was one movie that actually did find a cure for the zombies. They did not cure, but
was it World War Z?
World War Z, yeah.
Yeah. And that was the outlier. That was in the back of my head, but I haven't seen that movie in so fucking long.
I am upset with myself because usually I watch that yearly, and I did not watch that last year. My wife was afraid of that movie, and I'm like, why? Because I hated
because they're bald, huh?
I hated the concept of that movie because the book is so fucking good, and that movie has nothing to do with the book. Nothing, zero, absolutely not. The book is slow zombies. They're Romero zombies. The book,
yeah.
The movie was all fast zombies. What the fuck is this? They're crawling up the fucking wall. I'm like, what is that? But then I saw the movie and I was like, I like this movie.
See, and then I played the game and I'm like, hey, I like this game.
The game is, because the game is legitly the fucking spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful game. Why never we played that game together? Fuck.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Well, we got a zombie game coming out in like 2 months, so we're good.
The
John Carpenter one.
The John Carpenter one. Yeah, yes. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
But anyways, that's kind of how I feel about it, and that's where I would go. Because Spike's character, he's the focus. He's the character in this trilogy. And in this one, I said, and I told the wife this, he's more not necessarily the background character, but we're still following him. He's the side character in this, where Ian is the main character with Samson.
Yeah, no, but Spike is us.
Yes, and
I child.
And what I love is the fact that like he's there, and his story's continuing before our eyes, even though he's not the focal point of it. I love that about this movie.
Yeah,
I genuinely did. And I think that would be an interesting thing even for the next movie. Maybe we start focusing on Cillian Murphy or Spike's father. You know, maybe it'd be Spike's father trying to hunt down Spike. Maybe he's been out there for 28 months, you know? Yeah.
That is interesting.
And then Cillian Murphy, you know, turns out to be more of a father figure for the past 28 months. You know, there's things that can happen here.
All right. I said I didn't have anything. Now, as you was talking, I was formulating a plan in my head. One, the baby from 28 years later, Prime.
Yeah.
Everybody just sees her as a baby. I don't remember the note Spike left. I don't think Spike said that this came from a zombie.
He didn't.
So there's a baby on the island that came from the infected. Okay. We don't know how that turns out. That's a plot thread we can pull on. All right. I love the Cillian Murphy thing. I love the fact what you said. There was a father and daughter who took in strangers. And now the strangers was Cillian Murphy. Now we're doing the same freaking thing. I love that. I really do. And the funny thing is, they seem to be the same age, but it always Selena. Her name was Selena.
Selena. Okay.
Selena seemed to be older than him by a couple years.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like definitely an older sister kind of thing, like 3-4 years.
Yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. It seems different from Red Ranger, Jimmy, and Spike. That, you know, she looks like she might be 20, and he's still, 10? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 13. 13. I think they went out at 13, right? 13 or 14.
Oh, God.
The first movie established that. So he's definitely a teenager.
He's 14.
He's 12. Watch him be 12.
Yeah. No, I remember he was 14 because the age that they were allowed to go out was 15, but they were doing it a year early.
Okay, so that makes sense. If she, let's say she's 20, it's not that far off from what we got from the original, right? I really do like what you put out there in that regard. What I would love to see is the rest of the world. I want to see what the fuck, like, they know that the infected is just delegated to this place. It's nowhere else, even though 28 weeks later they were in Paris. I'm just saying, I saw that hallucinogenic dream. Samson plays a huge role. It's Aaron Taylor Johnson who's trying to kill Samson.
You think so?
Yes, because Samson was fucking chasing him.
Yeah?
All the time, not just with his son. He knew who he was. He knew he was the alpha. He knew. Remember, Aaron Taylor Johnson, he went on these things. He went on these pilgrimages a bunch of times. So he knew. Oh, that's the alpha. Shut the fuck up. But The Cure is one thing to focus on. Honestly, I really would like to see more of outside world trying to connect with the, like, you. It's 28 years, right? Like, come on.
Well, and that's where
you're not trying to pick people out. You're not trying to pick people up and trying to save them.
And what if, like, you went with what I was saying? They finally get the radio broadcast out, and it just starts to zoom out as that 28 days score starts to pick up. And it's zooming out. It zooms out of the quarantine zone. You see some of France taking over, some of Norway and shit. China is like, maybe like China or like fucking Japan or the Koreas or something. Non-existent, like blacked out, no lights. You don't see anything, just like the UK. Like maybe this has already hit different parts of the fucking world at different times.
I can't see that. Only reason why I can't see that is because the last movie set that up. It set up
That's fair.
The rest of the world is alive. The cell phone. The cell phone, perfect example.
Yeah,
Spike
because
didn't know who
he would have said like your country's not the only one.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, that would make sense. Yeah.
So that's what I would like to see the rest of the world try to not like come on and fix it. Like you got this unless you just fucking nuke everything. You want to talk about a sour ending? Nuke them. Nuke the entire fucking thing. Kill everybody. Then that honestly, there it is, right?
I don't know, it just seems like as bleak as these two movies were, they are trying to invoke some hope.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where I just think, okay, like maybe this series could end with a little bit of hope. Maybe Alex Garland won't be too much of a pessimist this time. You know, where like every other movie, like everyone dies. Well, except 28 Days Later. It ends on a hopeful note. You know, so you could end this trilogy on a hopeful note. That's how I would like to see it. You know, a simple radio signal going out and maybe a response.
Yeah.
You know, just, I don't know.
Are you telling me? Here's the thing. Are you telling me? And this is what drives me crazy. What if none of these characters are in the next movie and they pull the fucking wool over our eyes and they go straight up Return of the Living Dead Part 5, right? Like,
oh god.
No, but instead of the necropolis, right? No, I'm lying. Return of the Living Dead Part 3. They have infected in these fucking places. Because, dude, there's no fucking way they didn't fucking capture infected.
Oh, yeah.
So the experiments must be going. What if oh my god, here we go. You ready for this? This
okay.
is fucked up. What if the rest of the world already had the cure? That's why they're not infected.
And just left the UK like
just left them in the fucking medieval times. Like, yeah, fuck them.
Like we don't have that much of a cure.
Yeah, they lie. Like they can go and fix everything, but they choose not to because for what? It's already dead. It's already dead.
That's fair.
And then nuke the entire fucking thing, just blow everything up. Oh,
I would be okay with that too. I would. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's fucking bleak.
That's bleak.
But listen, bro. This went way longer than I thought it would. This went as long as the movie.
Literally.
It went longer than the movie.
Holy shit.
It went longer than the movie, but that's all right because we have to talk about, 3 previous movies. I digress, but that's 2. But listen, 28 years later, The Bone Temple, seriously, as a January flick, and I understand this movie is awesome. I'm not just saying it like, yo, this movie is fucking awesome. It is such a powerful performance from everybody in here. It is a movie that makes you think. It is a movie that captures your attention. It's visually stunning. There's, it's on top of its game in the genre. And the fact that this is a sequel that did everything I just said already makes it even better. The fact that they did not miss what preceded it in terms of 28 weeks with 28 years later prime. I was blown away by this movie and I fucking love it. But I wish more people would go see this. And my hope is word of mouth carries this movie through February.
Yeah.
I really do hope that. But JR, what's your take? What's your rating?
So 28 years later, The Bone Temple is a phenomenal follow-up, which I can't even say a follow-up because it's so seamless with the previous movie. It might as well just be one whole movie, both of them together. Just split, like they literally cut the film, do a double feature with it, put it all on one disc.
Lord of the Rings.
Literally. Every character in this was phenomenal. The sets, the dressings, the gore, prosthetics, the CG, the fucking Ralph Fiennes dancing as Satan to Iron Maiden. Everything in this movie works. The dialogue, the script, the story. It's absolutely amazing. The only gripe I had with this movie, which isn't even necessarily a gripe, is personally, I like the score of the previous movie more than this one. It is a different composer, but at the same time, still a great score. It's just like the composer of the last one just a little bit more. As a whole, if I had to pick between this one and the previous one, I would pick the previous one based off of I like that style of editing and non-linear story. But this movie is a lot more easily digestible, and it's a streamlined story, and I think works absolutely amazing. I would give this movie the exact same rating as I gave the last one, a solid 5 out of 5. Don't be surprised if it's in my top 10. It's absolutely fucking amazing. What they set up, I can't wait to see. I hope the box office pans out. I hope people go see this. I did a YouTube short yesterday. It was 15 seconds long, and it's over 2,000 views, which may not be much to some, but to me, it's a lot of people that just watch that. And I'm getting thumbs up across the board. People that have seen this movie love this movie. I highly recommend it. If this is the only fucking movie that you can see this year, go see it. Don't go see Silent Hill. Don't watch that. Watch this. Yeah, I'm doing that next weekend, and boy, I don't think there's enough alcohol.
Not yet.
But yeah, 5 out of 5. I mean, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I am going to mimic that. I am going to say what the first movie set up in terms of this sequel trilogy. Not even a sequel trilogy, because the first one was a trilogy, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
As far as 28 Years Later Prime goes, I love that movie. It was in my top 10. I think it was my number 4. Absolutely loved it. Everything they did worked. What they set up in that first movie was Dr. Ian Kelsom was a bad guy. And what they ended on in this movie was he wasn't a bad guy, but he sure as fuck was the devil. That is amazing. That's amazing.
Yes.
It is so fucking good. And the fact that Spike got to witness that firsthand, from being told he was the devil or being a bad guy, being terrible or the devil, to know he wasn't, to he might have been the devil. You never know. Was fucking amazing. I love it. It's a 5 out of 5, easy 10 out of 10. It's my favorite movie of the year right now. And again, year just started. There is a bunch of shit coming down the line. And you know what? That Godzilla -1 is hanging out there November 6th. Because -0. That right there. We're going to do it. Those are the bookends for me. I don't give a fuck what comes out in December. Avengers Doomsday. I don't give a fuck. This is my favorite movie of the year. Shit. This right here is titled my favorite movie of last year. That's what I'm talking about. Such a great movie, and seriously implore everybody to see it. This is fantastic shit. But I digress. JR, I want to say thank you for joining me today and talking about the Bone Temple.
Hey, it's no problem. I'm gonna go to bed.
No, same, dude. I'm gonna eat something and pass the fuck out. I gotta go to work tomorrow. But yes, everybody, we will see you. JR, but I will see you on Friday for the Geek Out. So JR, love you. Thank you.
It was no problem. This was a blast. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, go see this.
Go see this.
If you sleep on this, I'm gonna be pissed.
Don't sleep on it. Seriously, this movie is, it's that official. But that'll do it for this episode of our podcast, the 28 Years Later, the Bone Temple review. Hopefully we get to do this again with another 28 Years Later, starring Cillian Murphy. I am G1 for JR. We are out of here. Peace.